Alright, hello everybody, welcome to my stream. I'm DC. You can find me on Twitch, Twitch, Blue Sky. I'm even on Instagram sometimes. Anyway, go to dclasair.com for all those things and more. And that's powered by Dora's, a new link in bio site. Please check it out. Use my affiliate link to go over there. And if you like what you see, sign up for Dora's Pro. Use the discount code DCLasair to get 30% off for 3 whole months. And they do share some of that subscription with me. Yay. JD Lady, hello. Welcome on in. Work lurk on a call. All right. So, hope you're all doing good. It is Friday. Yay. Going into the weekend. Hope things are calming down or getting close to calming down for everybody. We have a bunch of things to cover this week, so I think we should get to it because today is Tech Friday. Yay! And today on the show we have IFA Berlin 2025, Apple's iPhone event, and a pokeball. Yeah? All right, let's hop into it. So first up is IFA 2025. Where did my window go? Why did it not appear? Hello, window. Hello, window. There we go. Yay. And IFA is like CES, the Consumer Electronics Show that's here in the US. Except this electronics show is in Berlin. And we'll be looking at the Wired article for it. Tom's Hardware also did a story. If you're interested in that, there's that link as well. If you subscribe to me on Twitch or Coffee or Patreon, you'll get all the Tech Friday links in my private Discord. So come on by and enjoy the recaps. And we talk about pens and journaling and all sorts of other things. All right, so let's get to it here. And we're going to just run down a few of these. So and like I said, one of the largest trade tech conferences in Europe is IFA, just in case you hadn't heard of it somehow. So Samsung has a new tablet come out, Tab S11 and Tab S11 Ultra. Supposed to be the top tier tablet. A retro boombox, which I was interested in. Check that out. Playing cassette tape. Yeah. So this releases next week. It's the GB001. And you can pair it with a Bluetooth speaker, which is also interesting. Right, TCL as a PlayCube projector. This thing is weird looking, but all right. There it is, all its glory. Oh, and it's available to buy now. 2.7 pounds. Oh, you can twist the side 5-watt speaker around 90 degrees. Uses Google TV. 1080p. And we're quickly running through these, but one of my things that I'm interested in is the Lenovo's new swivel laptop. where you can take the screen and adjust it, have it either horizontal or vertical. And like, that's pretty cool. It's called the ThinkBook Verdiflex. And does what it says. It is an OLED panel with 144 hertz refresh rate. And be available in October for $1,049. So I just like that we have a twisty screen thing now. That's kind of cool. And a bit something we don't usually talk about, but Hypershell makes the first outdoor exoskeleton. There it is. You put it on and you can be a superhero, I assume. So it is the Hypershell X. It has 12 different sensors. Weighs only 5 pounds. And can help you cover about 18 miles. So yeah, for your superhero or supervillain needs, I won't judge. Cool. And this was also neat. The Samsung's portable TV. Comes on this little stand. They go around. It's called the Stand By Me TV. Or Stand By Me TV. Yeah, Stand By Me TV. Get it? Stand by me. Yeah. Moving style TV. So we got lots of terms there. Mounted on an adjustable stand, TV can be oriented both in landscape and portrait. 27-inch 4K display. HDMI, couple USB-C ports. And AI stuff, we'll just kind of go by that. But Technics, probably one of the biggest names in turntables, has finally made a Bluetooth turntable. Which is quite cool. I know I have Bluetooth speakers around here. $899. It looks really good. Got handy start-stop buttons. Yeah, so if you're looking at good quality turntables and you got some Bluetooth speakers you want to broadcast that sound to, this is probably a good solution. Though it is a lot. All right, and TCL, again, the company that makes the NXT or Next Paper things, is making a phone. Their display is 7.2 inches, and it has a stylus. It uses their Next Paper 4.0 tech, and they claim it's easier on the eyes and all that other stuff. So it'll go between a e-ink mode and an LCD mode. Right now you see it here in obviously e-ink mode. I don't know if e-ink's the proper term they want to call that their tech, but and oh yeah, what's a tech show without robotic vacuums? this. The Q Revo Curve 2 Pro. I don't know how this is measured, but 25,000 PA suction. I'm sure that's impressive. And they have a handheld version of their vacuum, both steam and hot water cleaning modes. And not only that, the Roborock also has robotic lawn mowers. So when you want a cool gadget buzzing around your lawn, well, you can do that now. And is this the stairs vacuum? This might be the stairs vacuum. Yes, Eufy and Ecovacs. Can actually climb stairs. More like a stair lift for your existing robot vac. So you pair it with a vacuum, and it will climb those stairs. And we have some neat drone technology in the Anti-Gravity's 360-degree A1 drone. That is A1. You might see that the number 1 look like an I on some articles, but it is indeed A1. And what I like about this is it's a 360-degree drone. It can get 8K resolution video. And the thing I'm slightly worried about is immersive vision goggles, whatever that might mean. So you put on goggles, and you can see, they say you can look all around you as you fly the A1. But yeah, how well are you going to pay attention to your surroundings and what the drone sees and all that? That's a bit of a mystery. Don't know how that all works, but it is a very, very impressive unit. I like the looks of it. 360 camera is a great idea for a drone. That would be fun for drone racing. Yeah. Yeah, got goggles for drone racing with the little camera there. Yeah. And hi, Rex. Welcome on in. And then walking pads. I'm still not sure what I'm looking at here. Someone put their leg in this thing. So you have a new compression and massage boots, I suppose. Sure. And if you want smaller RGB LED TVs, well, now you can do that too. Let's see, Dolby Vision 2, more AI stuff. We can just... Okay, this is interesting. Philips Hue partners with Sonos. So your light bulbs and your speakers can communicate with each other now. Supports Ethernet, can now operate over Wi-Fi, so that's pretty cool. And then Soundcore merges a projector and party speaker. Sure. Anker's docking station, which is huge, but you need it. There you go. Okay, switching to heat pumps. Let's see if there's anything else. No, that's about it for them. But yeah, there was a lot of gadgets, so you can go use your favorite search engine and look up IFA 2025 and see even more things. Let's see here. We'll pull up the Tom's Hardware article. What did Tom's Hardware like? Let's go through that real quick. All right. So again, the Lenovo Veriflex concept, which I don't know. I think that's cool. Your screen can go vertical or horizontal. And this, the Basis Energique GT01. I don't know how they want me, because it's supposed to be energy, right? But but the geek is at the end, so is it Energique? Energique? I'm not sure. But a handy portable charger. There you go. And if you want a mighty monitor. Elegoo Jupiter 2 is a new 3D printer. Has a 14-inch 16K LCD screen, which is amazing. And it's a large format machine. You're into 3D printing, you may want to take a look at that. The Lenovo Legion Go 2 was also on display for your portable gaming needs. It is 1920 by 1200, and you have a vibrant OLED panel, battery upgrade, and you can get 2 terabytes of internal storage from the factory and add another 2 terabytes via the micro SD card slot. It's $1,049, comes out next month. And then there's the docking station again. And yeah, so lots of neat hardware things coming up. We'll go over more lists when CES happens again, or things like that. But that is as a roundup of what IFA at 2025, or what was at IFA Berlin 2025. Okay, moving on to Apple. Took the article from CNET. Mostly the phones got upgrades and fancier parts. The two things that I found most interesting was the iPhone Air and the new AirPods. And this covers everything announced. So you have, things you would expect for the iPhone 17. Better screen, all that, new front camera, spec bumps galore. And then there's the iPhone Air, which is very thin, 5.6 millimeters thick. That's a 6.5-inch ProMotion XDR display, and it has the A19 Pro processor chip inside. Wi-Fi 7, great camera. It does require all new accessories. And it starts at $999. I've been over how I feel about cell phones that are more than $250. Yeah, but here's more on the iPhone 17 Pro and Pro Max. So, when you want your Pro to be Max, there's a Pro Max. The word Pro just isn't enough anymore. It has to be Pro Max. Apple Watch upgrades. Kind of cool. Now the AirPods. The AirPods 3. These I find intriguing. They're going to be the same price, the $250 that AirPods usually tend to be, or at least the AirPods Pro. They have foamish ear tips. They offer live translation when paired with an iPhone. Obviously, you need an iPhone for some of this to matter. Fitness enhancements include heart rate and calorie tracking, among other dates. What's weird to me is you stick it in your ear and it measures your heart rate. But I suppose that's a thing that it can do. Yeah, I can even work kind of like a little hearing aid. Of course, they're going to advertise, hey, great sound and all that. But the live translation is very interesting. And they're claiming that these little end caps will be more comfortable for your ear. Comes in multiple sizes. So you have a lot to choose. This comes in the package. You don't have to get these separately. These different sizes. So pick the one that fits your ear. And if you want to talk more about the Apple announcements, let me know in chat or down in a comment. If you're watching on YouTube, that'd be fantastic. However, there was something I happened across which made me say, I would like one of these. It's right now only in Japan. But I'm sure the English version would come along some point. It is a petable pokeball, which is a Tamagotchi style toy with over 150 Pokemon. It does have a English language menu option. You want to import it now. But look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Buttons. That's by Takara Tomy. Pokeball virtual pet toy. Yeah, Japanese only release. English language option in the menu. Pre-order is open, currently sold out. Device will ship October 11th. And it's only about $51. You had the Pikachu one in 1999. And yeah, so you can even pet the device. They'll react. But I want a little Pokeball Tamagotchi thing. This is I want a Squirtle I can pet. That'd be cool. All right, next up, just saying, it'd be neat, is the My Arcade Game Station Go by Atari. Yes, Atari. They're still around doing stuff. This is a portable game handheld thing. You can probably tell by the name Game Station Go. And will release in October of this year. Has over 200 Atari games in it from the 2600, 5200, 7800, and the arcade, including things like Asteroids, Breakout, Missile Command, Tempest, Warlords, and many more. You can pre-order now at GameStop, EB Games, or from Atari.com. $180. You have controls there. You have the YBAX buttons. Nice looking screen. But yeah, so if you want yet another mobile gaming device, Atari has one. All right, we talked about records earlier, but there's a new thing in record vinyl technology, tiny vinyl, which are 4-inch records. You'll find it under the name Tiny Vinyl. Getting into the large vinyl market. Oh, I'll share the article. Hold on here. Which seems like you can put a song on it, probably. But you could fit in a box with a Funko Pop, so you know. And you can go through the Ars Technica article going over the development. Like how records are made, the whole process of it, manufacturing tiny vinyl. So if you want tiny vinyl, you can do that, and you know get a song. Oh, let me go to the larger window. So yeah, whether these take you off or not, don't know, but they're small, they're collectible. I believe you don't need a special record player or anything. You can just play them on your current record players. Oh, yep, right here. You can hold 4 minutes on a side. So, you know, as long as the material is under 4 minutes, hey, you're good. Yeah, this does make for interesting packaging options and things like that. Will it take off? I don't know. But yeah, it's kind of neat. All right. And next up, Blue Sky. Blue Sky has a private bookmarking feature. Yay! Look at that. So it's by your messages at the bottom here. Looks like the traditional bookmark signal that we see everywhere. Click it. Save a Blue Sky message, whatever they're called. So yeah, and if you want to, this article even links to a tool that will convert your previously pinned posts into private bookmarks. So just click that link there. Set that up. And yeah, that is most of the tech for this week that I found interesting or worth talking about. So if you have any questions, you want to go over any of that, put it in chat. Otherwise, we have some other stuff to talk about in the TTRPG spaces. I did want to mention one company that they've been around, probably a few years now. And they're called Describe. And what they do is kind of cool. They offer an audio solution, which is this Opus thing, scenes, characters, combat descriptions, maps. So a free map if I want it. Got day, night. Download it. And these are all made by people. Excuse me, had to sneeze. They have character descriptions, monster descriptions, dialogues you can get. You can even order illustrations. They do have a list of the artists that they work with. And their prices are pretty reasonable. So let's see if we can get to... Oh, pricing was up here. Here we go. So if you want everything, $14.49 a month. If you pay annually, you just want the audio stuff, there's a plan for that. You just want the text and maps, or if you want the sound effects and text for players. Yeah, and we can look at the monthly prices. As well, I think they have a fact. Yes, they support LGBTQ and BIPOC representation. And if you want to use it for commercial production, just send them an email, and they will most likely tell you what you need. And if you want to see the artist who created Describe's artwork, there's a whole list right here. writers, editors, front page illustrations, fantasy places, all done by people. So yeah, I had heard of Opus before, and I think they've expanded their offerings. Since then. So yeah, it's not a generator randomizer. And you get, writing samples to enhance your world and things like, I don't want to call them samples, but yeah, you can get character descriptions and apply it to other things. You can get dialogue, short scripts of cutting jests, fond farewells, and pointless banter. And they have a bunch of free scenes too. So if you want boasts with magical jargon, here you go. And it even credits the author down below. So yeah, you can use this in your game. And hey, it's made by people, which is always excellent. I was really glad to see that. That made me happy. All right. Yeah, if you have any recommendations for things like Describe or any online tool like that, let me know. We'll take a look at it. I have to think about. So, for TRPG stuff, I've been thinking about hex maps a lot lately. And one of the applications I was looking at, let me make sure I have the right one. Yeah, one of the applications I'm using that I really like is WonderDraft. This one, I purchased it, so I'm using it to create a hex map. Here's their website. What I like about it is how easy it is to make tiles and put in mountains and things like that. It's really great. You can use the stuff that comes with WonderDraft for free and for commercial purposes. There are plugins that other companies provide, and those may not be available to use commercially. If you remember, one of my things was I need a commercial license because, hey, I stream games sometime. So I'll power up WonderDraft in a second, but I wanted to get through. So if you find things that say they work with WonderDraft, they'll have to double check the license. And if you stream at all, make sure it's commercial. Like, people like 2-minute tabletop stuff, and it looks really great. However, you can't use any 2-minute tabletop stuff in a commercial way. So they are out for me. However, they 2-minute tabletop still provides a lot of neat looking options, and you can add these into WonderDraft. Wonder Draft or Dungeon Draft, kind of a companion app. But yeah, so you'll have to do research on if you want other tokens and things like that. If you have any commercial interests, just check that out. The base Wonder Draft, everything that comes with Wonder Draft once you download it, you can use commercially and in your products and things like that. Oh, let me show off Wonder Draft. I'll open it up here. And I can kind of show you one of the maps I'm working on. Open recent. Trail map, just letting it load. And here we go. We're in Wonder Draft. I made water. It's real easy. You want water? You click the water button. And you can draw rivers or erase rivers. And then here's all your tools around water. And then on the right are your adjustment thing. As you can see, I'm dealing with the hex map. So I wanted mountains, so I went to symbols. I clicked on the mountain brush. And what's neat about these is that they are, at first I'm like, oh, these are black and white. No, these are, if I click it, as you can see, these are transparent. So they just take on whatever color you've selected for your map. And the eraser tool, you can filter what you're going to erase in case you want to erase a smaller detail. And then your landmass, what that looks like. Pathing tool, again, all the styles over on the right. Symbols, villages, forests. So these trees here are all this hatch oak tree stamp here. And then I found cliffs. So those are what I added there. Again, the eraser. And you can do placement, density, symbol scale, all that stuff over the side. And when I'm ready to make labels, hey, here's a label button. And then the overlay, which I set my hex grid. You can see as a flat hex on this layer, so you can have multiple layers. The size of it, line width, because I travel in this game I'm prepping will be based on going through the hexes. So it was important to me to be able to see the outline of each hex, because each hex will take so long to travel through. We have a range of mountains up here, got a forest here, and gonna fill in some more stuff. You can choose your theme here. Themes, adventure, different stuff. And depending what theme you choose, the water will look different. So it may not actually be kind of a blue color unless you select it to be. But yeah, so you change your theme, you change what water looks like, what the landmass looks like, but it can also do these little edges around the coast for you. And I found this to be one of the easiest ways to make maps. And like I was showing with the overlays, if you don't want a hex grid, you don't have to do a hex grid. You don't have to do any grid at all. And you also have a little scale creator and a measuring tool all right there. Lots and lots of features. I'm, barely touched it, but already I have waters, mountains, forests, and cliffs. There are tutorials up on YouTube about this, and it was really fast. I just kind of took the brush and squiggled in the land, and I'm like, okay, that looks good. And yes, and there is a reason why there's only this much water and this river on this map. Yeah, and if you want to make a river tool, there's a lake tool. I can have different lakes. Taking up a hex if I wanted. Freshwater brush, eraser, watercolor brush, all sorts of great options. I like how everything's separated, and if you want to leave that layer alone, you can click the little eyeball and hide it. Say I just want to deal with, I don't want to see the land. What does the water look like? That's all the water. You know, I want my symbols gone so I can just see the map. I can take away the hex overlay. Yeah, so this is really easy to use, really powerful, one-time purchase. Really, I'm enjoying the experience. Not complicated at all to make some cool maps. And I could pull up a website for you. Let me just get the website up for y'all. It's wonderdraft.net if you're interested. Now, last week, or maybe it was a couple of weeks ago, we also talked about HexFriend, which is a great online map tool you can use in all the things. You get a blank hex, and you see all the tools before you. You know, down at the bottom here is your toolbar, and then to the right is all the symbols. And you can just paint away by holding down the mouse key. You can increase what the size of the map. You know, get your settings, make a title. You can export as a PNG. And I think it's kind of excellent. So if you want an even quicker hex map, do that. If you want to do more details and have a bit of a higher quality map, I definitely recommend WonderDraft for that. And let's see. What is the other mapping thing? Oh yes, Worldographer. Worldographer has a free tier, which is amazing. And so I've been playing with that as well. And if you want to make a very complex map, again, one-time fee, Worldographer, probably the way to go. It's very, very powerful and complex. They are at worldographer.com. They've been around a while. Really good software. Now, there is where did I put that link? There is another map making piece of software you can get through Steam that looks really cool. I like it a lot. I just have to figure out where I put the link to it. I put it here. If I could remember what it was called, that would even be cool. Oh, wait, I'm in the Discord. So, yes, there it is. So this one is called Canvas of Kings. And you get it on Steam, so advantage there. Again, can be used for commercial purposes. Let's see here. I would like to copy this link, please. But these are great looking maps. I'm very, very interested in this. So let me too many screens, too many tabs. So here's the Steam page. It's still in early access. There's a demo. It's $18.99. But you can do things like this. Make these are all hand-drawn assets. You can lay a hex over it or a grid. Some of these even have motions. There's little shadows. To them. But yeah, every element is hand-drawn. And I think this, if I'm doing a town or city map, I kind of want to get this to do a town or city in. Right now, in its early state, it isn't that great for world maps. You could do one, but this is much better for town and city. And I just love the art style. It's really unique. It has simple pathing features. And like you see here, you can kind of draw an outline of where you want buildings to be. That's what's happening there. So you set up, okay, I want trees, and I want the trees to be within this space. And so trees or buildings or whatever you want populate that specific area. Let me see if I can get the... Oh, there it is. I was clicking the wrong thing. So here's the link for that. But it's absolutely gorgeous. I love everything going on with it. And yeah, I wanted to just make sure y'all had map options and kind of give you some of what I'm thinking for maps as well. Absolutely brilliant. All right, it's going to be time for a break here in just a moment. When we come back, we're going to keep on the TTRPG theme and go into Obsidian once again. And there's a couple features I want to point out about Obsidian that I just found out about that I've been using all along. And then I want to show you my new TTRPG vault I'll be using and releasing in the near future for everybody. So it's time to take a break. Be back in about 5 minutes. See you soon.
Do not like Tyrion. So, yep, that is another fail.
You take 3 points of burning custard damage.
Little did you know that Tyrion actually has resistance to burning custard damage. Specifically that, because of, yes.
So I just see him get sucked in a window on the top floor and disappear.
Yep.
I wouldn't be the first. Never mind. How much damage was that?
3
6,
points.
you said? 3? Thank
Hey, I'm DC, and I'm producer to the stars.
This can go one or two ways.
I
You
don't
can
think
either
so.
put it in-
And he claps his hands, and he gets 2 pie plates float up on each of his shoulder, like
Oh my
shoulder
God, no.
missiles. And
Glad they say imagine cream pies,
they
because
say
what I was
imagine
actually
cream
imagining was
pies.
dragons.
Yep.
I was imagining dragons.
I'm not
but
responsible
cream
for what
pies.
you think of when you see the term cream pies, but
Oh god.
Here
Not
we are.
late enough in the evening for that, you all.
Here we are.
Wow.
The sun might be going down in Chicago, but it is not after dark hours.
Right, now about these stores, the potions, the weapons, yeah, I definitely would like to take a bit of a supermarket sweep run through what you have there. So let's, if you could just show us to that, I would very much be interested in whatever you can outfit us with.
that's the new ability I got for beating the boss. Oh. Oh no, you're up. Yeah. Check this out. Look at her. She's on a broom, flying around, just shooting balls everywhere. Take that as you will. Take out the wooden stick. And go. I made mistakes. Oh my. That's a bottle full of nope.
An arcane beast?
No, that's a bottle full of nope. Like a big heaping mound full of nope. Hey, no laser zone. No lasers. None. Eat my fiery balls, you sack. And so, I give to you the kindness train.
All aboard. Here comes the kindness train.
Ta-da! And a little mumble. He begins. Ancient pastry chefs of evil, transform this unleavened form into Pillsbury, the ever baking. And with that, he
Yep. I mean, it's useless from us, but give yourself inspiration for that. That was
Yeah.
That's amazing.
see if I can.
Behold, blood orange.
Does anyone else hear Latin chanting, or is that just me?
Mhm.
No, I
thought
think
they were,
everybody
yeah,
does.
but yeah.
This is where all the great stuff gets baked that you love.
I mean, I do enjoy getting baked.
Don't pastries and everything you could love. All in your tummies. Yeah. All right. Now
I'm gonna just let DC have this. I'm gonna let him have it.
Yep.
All right, well, welcome back, everybody. Thanks for sticking around. Gonna get in on my Obsidian kick for the week, because I use Obsidian a lot. If you haven't been here in the past 2 months or 3 months, I don't know. I talk about Obsidian. But there are 2 features I wanted to go over. And one of them involves bases. So this is my main vault. Yeah, I've shown this before. Here's my 2 databases, my blog database, my books database. Right here. And over here on the right, oops. Let's try that again. On the right, I have an outline. And you go up here, you have your outline of home. So every time you make a heading, it goes into the outline view here. And what you can do with the outline view is you can drag these around. So if I wanted the books database first, I just drag it on top, and now the books database and the blog database have switched places. And then if I make a new heading, it appears in the outline, type below it, and it uses the heading, so, you know, hashtag space, whatever you want to type, as going, oh, okay, a heading, you want that in the outline. So anything I type below this will go along under heading, and if I make a third one, now heading, because it has a smaller heading below it, heading now has a subheading within it. And again, you can drag it around, move them, and that improved my workflow so much, especially if I want to write a blog article and move around sections. Like, well, this section would work better here. I don't have to copy and paste the whole thing. I can just move the heading in the outline view. The other thing I wanted to show is that you can take a base and put it up over here. Like this is my clips database. I click this, now I have a side view of all the clips, and I'm still working, and I still have my regular home view here with whatever I'm working on. And you can resize this. Obviously, it's not the whole base, like I would have to drag this over to see more. But you can position it how you want, you know, make it larger. If I want to see more of it, there I go. Yeah. I thought that was pretty cool as well. If you need a database up while you're working on something else, you just take it, grab it, and, you know, move it along. It's great. Oh, I'm sorry. You take the file name over here. So if I want my blog database, I take it, I grab it, and I put it up here. And now I have my blog database up here. So my clips database, blog database. I can close it, get rid of the icon. So yeah, those are 2 features that just come with Obsidian that make navigating and moving around things a whole lot easier. Now what I want to show off is my new campaign building database thing. Now, I told my players about Screen Garden and what we could do with it, and so they funded yet another Screen Garden team. So I'm sharing with them. So thanks to all of you, I have Tech Friday, and thanks to my players, I have they'll have access to a database, the Obsidian Vault as well. But what I'm doing is this. So this database, which I'm calling Home Game, will have all my home games in it. They're going to be separated by the name of campaign. And then when I click in the name of campaign, well, we have databases. We have the DM info, includes these, and then the player info. And oh, we have kitty time, so let me. Hey, Hannah. Hi. Hi. Let me move the camera. Stay right there. Don't move. Don't move. Or, okay, move around. You can see some on my wall, but oh well, you get to see kitty too. Hi. Hi. Yeah, there you go. JD lady says hello. Oh, you're gonna jump down now? Okay. Doing good? Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. Okay, I'm going to turn on some music, and I'll be right back. Kitty interruption. Oh, kitty. Come on. Go. Oh, big yawns. Okay. Oh, you're just gonna lay there. All right. Nope, nope, now you get up. Okay. Come on. All right. Let me adjust my camera back. That way. And tilt. There we go. Look at that. All right, so where was I? Ah, yes, my Obsidian campaign database. So, name of campaign will always be the main subject. Underneath it, we'll have, I'm going to make some databases, so I just have a database folder, but we have DM info, player info, and you can share this however you like with your players. There's not just Screen Garden to share info. These are, every note you write is a markdown file, and you could go into your system and just share those with your players if you wanted to, and updating it. Things like that. So DM info, we have world, characters, monsters, magic items, and then the cast system right here, campaign, adventures, sessions, rules references. Since this is going to be a D&D game, I have my D&D rules references that I use. Player info has similar things, world, characters, but instead of campaign and adventure things, which is kind of just for the DM, they have the session notes that they can write in. And whether you share a Google Drive and make a file and, just go, okay, write some text here and make it a .md file, and then you can import it into here. But then as they learn things about the world and stuff, and as they meet characters, those things get copied from here down to here. As they meet monsters, they'll have, more monsters. So that's the idea. And my campaign outline, as you can see, this has changed from what it was before. Now we have an overview of your campaign. So write as much as you want for your overview. 3 main antagonists. And this is a table. And tables in Obsidian, they increase in size as you... The rows increase as you type, so you don't have to worry about resizing anything. We give them a name, brief description, what their primary goal is, and then who's working for them and who's working against them. And because you can add backlinks, so you can have the entry name, and under characters, so I have PCs and NPCs. So I could backlink to an NPC name. So let me show you what I'm talking about here. So new note, we'll make Sir Build a House. Right? He's a knight. So we'll put Sir Build a House into NPCs. I can go back to my campaign outline. And I can even do this. Right click, open to the right. Here's Sir Build the House's info. Alright, so now in the name category, bracket. Oh look, Sir Build a House. There. I now have a link to Sir Build a House's note. And so you can do the same thing with the people for, people against. And what are you doing? You have now made 3 people, and you've made factions that are for and against. So you can have, now you can have the same factions be for, you can have them working together however you want to do it. But so you potentially have 3 antagonists and 3 forces for. Maybe, it's the same 4 fours and forces against. So you have 6 different things that are all now in your characters or world menu, wherever the thing goes. Or maybe in your monster menu. Maybe there's a monster. And you can make this, if it's a political game, you could say, okay, so Sir Build a House, forces against, well, that's Sir Not a House. And, he's against it, and it's political intrigue. But yeah, so the double brackets, create a backlink, and now you've started filling out more of your campaign with characters and everything. Just that easy. All right, let me get rid of these. Quick, we have 6 campaign truths. So 6 things that are just the kind of the facts of your world. You have inciting incident, what's setting off the campaign, And then character connections. How does each character connect to something within the campaign? And the 6 campaign truths. This topic is something you'll find in the Lazy DM's Guide by Sly Flourish. That's where I got that from. And so instead of taking the Daggerheart campaign frame, I go, well, this is a lot in the campaign frame, in the Daggerheart campaign frame. And instead of doing that, I'm like, I don't need all this. Let's pare this down. What are the things I would find useful? And then I have properties up here so you can put in the related adventure and the related sessions if you want. Those are database. But then we have the adventure outline, much the same as you've seen before. And the session outline. I've shown this off before as well. I'll release this under Creative Commons. And yeah, then you just copy what you want from the DM info, what you want your players to know, and put it in the player stuff. So now you have, what's going on in your campaign, and then you can also see what you've revealed to the players and what you've given them. So if you have Obsidian and don't want to wait till I release the thing, and you want to copy this structure, here you go. And of course, there's a templates folder for the adventure outline, campaign out, session outline. I'll probably make more templates for characters and things in the near future as well. Yeah, and so rules references, whatever game system I have, or I'm run this campaign is a part of, I'm just going to put rules references at the bottom here. D&D. So here are the actions, the tools, conditions, ones from the SRD, right? And when I release this, I'll take this this part out because the D&D is just for my home campaign. But any rules references you want to whatever makes running the game easy for you, just put in this section here. And these are numbered because Obsidian runs alphabetical order. So, but if you put it numbers, this is the order I wanted them in. And I wanted the PC to be on top of the NPC. So that's why it's 02 to refer to characters, -1, PCs, -2, NPCs. Not a complicated numbering system. So yeah, that way everything is in one database. And again, me going minimalist, mostly text. And then when I'm done with the campaign, I can leave it in this vault, in my home game vault. And if I ever need anything from it again, I just click the name of the campaign. Here's all the information about that campaign. And then I would just copy this, other campaign, and it would have all the same folders again. And I'm trying to think if there's anything else I want to mention about this. Oh, the other thing I want to make sure I cover. If you've not seen my Obsidian vaults before and you're wondering about my organization of things, this is the most organization I get into. Characters, adventures, right? I'll put the name of the adventure outline. This becomes the name of the adventure. And where I get organized is in the properties with tags or whatever else I need, but probably make it a tag. And that way, I'll make a database of my adventures, and that database will be my organizational tool. So anything I want to organize the sessions, the adventures, or the campaigns by goes into a database, and I make sure that has the property. So I make a new adventure, I use the adventure outline, I just toss it in the adventures folder. I don't try to organize it in any other way. So whatever order they pop up in here, which would be alphabetical, isn't necessarily going to be the order they play them in. However, I'm going to have, maybe the date in here that it was played, and that will be my organization, is creating a quick database and filtering it out. But otherwise, yeah, this is just going to be a collection of stuff. There's my session notes, same thing. Session outline, I have the date right up here. I'll name the session whatever. I'll just keep throwing it in. And then when I make the database, which I showed you the database earlier, and I can have it, up over here on the right. And that's all I do for organization. As long as I have something in properties, that'll let me use it as part of a database, I'm organized. I don't worry. Otherwise, I don't worry about it. Just put it on in. And then I leave session notes. I don't have a outline here because these are going to be all your players' session notes. Right? This is their space, and they can write what they want about characters and monsters, and make notes about the world. So this is what you share with them, but it's also their space to put things in. To add to the note. So you have your notes and you have the player notes on the things as well, which is great. And again, there is a variety of way to share vaults or markdown files that you use. However you want to sync those will be up to you. If you want suggestions on that, I can give you a number of suggestions. Right now, I'm using Screen Garden. Again, thanks to my players, I'm using Screen Garden again for another thing. That's what that green dot means, is that all this player info folder is synced in Screen Garden. With them. So yeah, that is my latest thing in my minimal, just kind of text style, because I want to keep my notes future-proof. If one day the Obsidian theme I'm using, or that tool or that plugin goes away, I still have all my notes I can open in any text editor available. Now, if you want to use the fancy things, by all means, use the fancy things. If you like a plugin that handles TTRPG stuff, you think it's a great way to do it, or you want to add you want to use my organization and you want to add in another plugin you've seen, by all means, go for it. Do the thing. Whatever helps you run a game. And, my idea is, again, you create a campaign. You don't create the whole world. You just create what you need for a campaign. And then the adventures and the sessions, the adventures take place in the campaign. The sessions are what, an adventure might take 3 or 4 sessions. So that's why those are separate. And you can make yourself notes on each thing. If you only want sessions, get rid of the adventures. It'll be yours to do as you please, right? Hey, kitty. Hi again. Good to see you. But yeah, and I'm a big fan of starting off small. So I start off with a campaign. That campaign informs the part of the world it takes place in. It's not going to be the full world, but I'm starting to play with my players, and they're going to help out and add things to the world that I probably didn't think of. And so I can go create the notes, and then maybe one day, after, a few campaigns or something, I can make all those out and go, okay, here's the world now. Here's the world that we've all made together over time. And so, yeah, I'm a big fan of kind of start small thing. Start in a town, or a village, or a couple villages, and expand out your maps from there, as it were. Hey, yes, hi, yes, we hear you. So I better get back to Kitty real quick. Hey, where'd you go? Where are you? Come here. Yeah. All right. You gotta say hi to everybody. Again. Yeah, good kitty. Oh, wow. Okay. Oh, now it's time to get down. Okay. Well, that's longer than usual. Thank you for your time. Oh, you gonna stay in my lap now? Yeah. No. Oh, there you go. So yeah, those are my current session outline stuff. That's what everything will look like going forward. Hey, Vancouver by Night. 3 main antagonists, Larry, Daryl, and Daryl. Yeah, exactly. That would be amazing. All right, Kitty, what do you want? Do you want me to come with you again? Okay. One more moment. Hi. Oh, hi. It's apparently some playtime for all the younger folks in the. There was once a comedian named Bob Newhart. Yep. And all his shows involved his name. But yes, Bob Newhart's very funny. Check out some of his comedy albums. Very, very funny shows. All right, I stop Spotify. You okay, Kitty? Yeah, you good down there? Okay. All right, Kitty's just gonna hang out with us on the floor. So yeah, Obsidian stuff. Yes, that covers all the Obsidian things I wanted to go through. So now, time of the show where we just relax for the weekend. I look at articles and anything you want to talk about that's kind of open. I look for things I may have missed while we were talking. Oh, there was a Nintendo Direct today. And they announced some plans for Super Mario 40th anniversary. And there is a bunch of other stuff that I'm all blanking on. But if you saw the Nintendo Direct and liked anything, let me know. All right, just looking at our. Let's put on some music again. Oh yeah, Pokemon. Yes, there was a new Pokemon game announced. There is also a new Fire Emblem game announced as well. Oh, let's turn that down a bit. There we go. And Metroid Prime 4 Beyond was announced. And for some reason, I don't know why, they're bringing back the Virtual Boy as a Switch and Switch 2 accessory. Probably their least popular console, and from all indications, the experience was terrible. But hey, now it's back, and you can, run them on the Switch. And if you want all the non-fun of having a Virtual Boy, you now have this plastic thing you can set your Switch into, and like you're using a Virtual Boy. I don't understand that. It's a very, very odd decision. We just need to get that Wraith game on that VR headset. Didn't sell. Maybe we can sell it to kids, right? I mean, I don't know of anyone that has nostalgia for the Virtual Boy. And it was giving players headaches. And there was this show when there was what was it? G4 TV had a show called X-Play. And they would do skits and everything, and early X-Play was very funny. And in one of the sketches, they had a host wear a Virtual Boy for a while, and then they had blood makeup coming down as it caused his eyes to bleed. Just yeah, but hey, February 17th, if you want possible headaches or anything, there's the Virtual Boy. There was a display at I don't think it was called GameStop when Virtual Boy was out. It might have been. But anyway, with local mall game store, it's gone through a few names. I think it was an electronics boutique first, and then it became a GameStop. But they had a Virtual Boy thing where you could, just kind of put your head up there and look through it. And I'm like, I don't like this. The graphics are just sort of this red thing, and internet just came at GameStop bought Babbage's and probably a few other stores. Ah, yes. Yes, that the mall had a Babbage's and an electronics boutique in it for a while. X-Play was great. They had a skit of Kung Fu Master Chief. Yeah. Yeah, I liked a lot of what X-Play did. You worked at Babbage's, Hubs worked at an EB. Amazing. So yeah, if you want to find out about the Virtual Boy, I'm I'm not going to say anything. But if you want a Virtual Boy, there's the info from Engadget. It's just so bizarre. Next up, Switch Power Glove, right? We know we made the Switch portable, but how would you like this ginormous glove to poorly control your game console with? Yeah? It's a glove. It'll be great. Someone get Fred Savage on the phone. We have to make a commercial for this. Oh, the next Super Mario movie was announced. It'll be the Super Mario Galaxy movie. Will be the sequel to the Super Mario Brothers movie. Same animation studio. There were a couple of Pokemon games released. The weirdest title had to be Pokemon Pokopia, probably Pokopia, where a Ditto becomes a human, and it's a life sim game. So you go around and you build things for other Pokemon to, you know, to live their best lives in. Now, Ditto becoming human is worrying, but I suppose the major flaw is all they could say was Ditto. But as you get more Pokemon, your arms and other limbs can become various things to help them out. And it looks cute like all Pokemon games, but it's a weird... Sounds like the worst BDSM dungeon ever. You never know. Then we mentioned Metroid Prime 4. Oh yeah, Hades 2 will be on the Switch, and we get a release date for the game itself, September 25th. So it'll be available, you know, Steam, Epic, wherever it's available. Switch 2. You'll be able to get Hades 2. And on the full release, I think that's what I'll be playing on stream. I don't know if they'll erase all the stuff I did in beta, or if they're letting you keep that stuff and just adjusting it as you go along. I mean, for the betas, they kind of let you keep everything as they've been building it out. Let's see here. Hyrule Warriors. Resident Evil Requiem coming to the Switch 2. And that was just some of what was announced. There was a whole ton. So if you go to YouTube, type in Nintendo Direct, you can watch the presentation there. Oh, let me get you... Alright, what else do we have? Let's see, we talked about the iPhone Air. The iPhone 17, again, spec bumps, not... I mean, the iPhone Air and the AirPods were probably the most innovative things they announced there. Otherwise, it was just a kind of a spec bump event. Doo-doo-doo. All right, let's look at any TTRPG news that has happened this week. Get the roundup of usual suspects open. Oh yeah, Borderlands 4 is out, available. Renegade Con coming up in October. Ooh, yeah. If you want to see some Borderlands 4 gameplay, go check out Urban Bohemian's Twitch stream from yesterday. They were playing through some Borderlands 4. Let's see. Anything of particular interest? And yeah, Renegade Con, if you don't know. Is by Renegade Game Studios. Let me get you the short version of the URL. And they will have a bunch of videos up on YouTube for it. From 10 a.m. Pacific to 6 p.m. Pacific. All the details will be there. And they have a full schedule below. So if you like some Renegade Game Studio stuff, hey, there's a convention, and it's all online. Go check it out. Do. Oh, well, look at this. Okay. This on Bells of Lost Souls. Or Bell of Lost Souls. Chaosium unveils new collector's edition Call of Cthulhu books. So take a look at those. Those are some mighty fine looking covers. Yeah. So if you like those games, there are these gorgeous covers. What else do we have? Oh, when does this come out? This was released. Okay. Talk about this today. So, if you want more monsters in your game, Kobold Press is releasing Monster Vault 2. 300 plus new critters. Works with their Tales of the Valiant 5e system, as well as D&D, of course. There's that article. You can find, there's a link to it on Drive-Thru RPG at the bottom of the article. So yeah, if you want more monsters, you can get more monsters. Oh, I should go over my monster reskinning ideas at some point. See, yeah, we got a few minutes yet. All right. Okay, that's nothing new there. All right, let's see here. There's a WizKids has announced a Amethyst Dragon miniature. That's on Ian World. But yeah, that looks cool. All right, is there anything? Do one quick look around for anything else I might be missing. Any announcements? You all have any announcements you want to share? I mean, go for it. Let's see. Let's go to... Oh, something new there. Okay. Oh, right. Do a quick scan of my social media. Any tech gaming news I might have missed. Anything there? Let's see. Anything else? Anything else? Not seeing anything. All right. So, let's see who is on. We can send a little raid over to. Oops. Wrong button. And reload. Who is on currently? Yeah, let's go. Yeah, let's go raid Jory. I haven't raided Jory in a while. They're playing Spirit City Lo-Fi, so get in that relaxed weekend mode with some Lo-Fi. And thank you all for being here. I'll be back Monday with a video game, probably. I don't know. Have a great weekend. And be kind to yourselves. Be kind to each other. I'll see you all on Monday. Stay tuned for the raid. Bye.